What is up, guys? We are back with another video, and it's been a while since I made an anime Vanguards video, or just a video in general, but we do have the Berserk update, update 8. Lots of super cool units. I guess that's Unevo, Guts, Griffith, that dude from Dandadan. Are these two from Goblin Slayer? Kind of look familiar. Anyways, before we get into anything, I think, yeah, we do need to summon on the old banner. Try and get this, the king guy. I saw a screenshot of him, and he's doing like 1.2 million with Monarch. I don't know if that was with modifiers, though. I really hope my units that I just got Monarch on last update don't get power crept. That'd be a little bit unfortunate. Oh, did I get him? Hold on. I saw that I hit pity. There he is. Alright. Category. That's okay. He's in the Berserk category, I assume. Let's check out the update. So, before we start anything, do need to equip my team. Gotta make sure everything's in order. There we go. Alright, so let me check the update log real quick. So there's lots of items. I'm assuming these are all the Evo items. New limited time event, new units, new mount, new changes, and bug fixes. And you can't forget the new bundles. Ho-ho! Yeah, we're gonna be buying these later. 500 rerolls, 400 rerolls. Oh, yeah. That's beautiful. Is this a Rimuru skin? It's cool. I guess he's like in casual clothes. He has a katana now. And, yep, the rerolls, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I think we're going to want to do story, right? That's probably where all the cool stuff is. Thank God I completed the battle pass. How many rerolls do I have saved for this update? I have not touched this game since I got all the units I wanted. So we have about 600 rerolls in the old bank. Hopefully that's enough to get Monarch on Guts. I really think that's the main character that I want. Also, is Griffith still up there? He's not. Okay, so the plan for now will be to go into story mode, because I'm assuming that's where all the cool stuff is. That's where we need to do the legend stages and whatnot. So let's hop in there real quick, create match. Dude, I didn't even complete. What was this? Attack on Titan update? Yeah, this update wasn't all that anyway. I don't care. But this, oh, we gotta do this. Stage mechanics. Nothing to see here. Okay, this is cool. This is a new section, right? I don't remember this being in the game. We have new XP item. The usual. Okay, well, let's start it up, and I will get back to you guys when I'm in the game. My internet does not want to cooperate with me. I don't know why it took so long for everything to load, but let's start things up. So this is one of the new maps. I know that there was a different one in the sneak, like the little trailer that they did. There was like a big eclipse. And there's the signature, little auric thing. And are these just are these just spinning wheels? Wheel skeleton, okay. It's funny. I am pretty hyped for this update. If you've been on the channel for a little bit, you'll see I haven't been playing too many anime tower defense games. I've been playing some ARX. I've been trying to get my meta godlies on Anime Last Stand, and I've been playing this. I finished the update on this, and I finished ARX, but you don't even have to play ARX, if I'm being honest. You can complete the update by just using autoplay into auto retry into auto. Like, it doesn't matter, bro. You're good. You're fine. That's what I like about ARX. To me, Anime Rangers X is like Souls RNG if it was just a little more fun. It's basically Souls RNG. You don't have to play the game. You really don't. But at least that game, like Anime Rangers X, you can grind for the little like gears to put on your units, and you can grind for unit evos and materials. But I say the word grind in air quotes since you're not actually playing the game, but you know what? That's how I like it. I like it like that. No, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right? That's what I always say. No need to reinvent the wheel. If that's what people like, then that's what people like. But it's not really a game that you play, if we're being like 100% honest with ourselves. Like, when was the last time like Anime Rangers X updated and you sat down and actually played the update yourself? I think you'll be hard pressed to find. Like, I think it'll take you a while to figure out when that happens. So, check stage info. There's nothing special, right? Just a regular schmegular armored dispersal. What is dispersal? Whatever that is. Actually, wait, I should read that. Hold on. Dispersal. Disperses damage to nearby enemies. Isn't that kind of good for us? Hold on, that low-key might be kind of useful for us. And let me make sure I max out all my farms before I start maxing out the main DPS here. Enemies have a decent amount of health, but it's nothing crazy. Nothing that we really have to worry about. And Marksman is actually a very good trait on Okarun, if you didn't know, because it gives him extra range. More range than Monarch, actually, so... Before anyone in the comments tries to tell me, oh, you should try and get Monarch on him. No, 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 guys. Trust me, like, you want to have Marksman, and it's a lot easier to get to. Definitely not because I don't want to waste 500 rerolls to not even get Monarch, because you never really know with this game. Let me check out the enemies. So we have this gear dude. We have the apostles. Yo, these are some funny models. Look at this guy. He has like a teeth belly, and then he has a normal, like, teeth. I don't even know. Let's keep upgrading the good old Okarun. He's doing some decent damage. I think I'm going to get him to upgrade 8 and then just leave him there. Then I'm going to try to get the other ones up a little bit too, since unfortunately one of the Achilles heels of this amazing unit is that he only has line AoE. I don't know if the devs were trying to make him, you know, nerf him on purpose, but like one circle AoE would not have hurt you. Even his final upgrade is just a fat line AoE. And this guy, I'm going to set you to last, because I want you to, ideally, you'll hit something that my main Okarun isn't hitting. Yeah, you see that range though? It reaches all the way over here. Look at that, beautiful. I'm going to sell this guy. He's not doing much, so let's place him. He'll get like more value. I think I want to max this guy out and put him right here. Because this way he'd cover the most range possible, right? This feels like the play. This is definitely the play here. Anyways, as I was saying, Escanor's a pretty fun unit to use. Definitely played around with him a little bit during the portals, the summer portals. I will say, everybody knows this by now, his only weakness, literally his main weakness, is shields. So you really need to know what you're getting yourself into stage-wise before you pick Escanor, especially if you burn all of your team to only use Escanor. Because yes, he is really good by himself. He upgrades himself too, so money isn't even a problem. But if you get into a situation where you're fighting shields and you only have Escanor, I will say, I think one of his attacks, Cruel Rain, I believe it's what it's called, where he has like a cone AoE, that one hits multiple times, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it does. But it's just that attack, you know, so it's sort of like, it's kind of scary, you know? And our Okaruns are actually putting in the work. Look at that. Just gonna sell you and place you right here, since I want you to do some damage. Boom, boom. Things are going very, very easily for us. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to take Okarun into the legend stages. That might actually be a little difficult. Who knows? Who knows? There's Griffith, though. There's the big bad guy. Sell all this. Boom, boom. Yeah, we have plenty of damage to deal with this bad boy. Anyways, I'm going to complete the rest of story mode, and I will get back to you guys once I get access to legend stages, I guess, or like once I start doing legend stages. So, okay, all of story mode, where's story mode at? Here we go. All of story mode has been complete, and I've been working towards finishing all the legend stages. I'm going to try out the EX stage. I'll see if I can beat it, but I kind of have very, very pay-to-win traits, so I think, you know, I'm pretty confident. We'll see. The main, like, mechanic of this stage is just that the enemies teleport in front of you, or like not in front of you, but like they kind of teleport all the way to the end of the track, which is a little annoying, but it's not the end of the world. I'm actually not going to burn anything this time around. I want to try and use my units for literally the entirety of story and like all the legend stages. All I did was I burned all my units, put an Escanor down here, and he basically beat the entire game. Not hard, not very hard. This is the old Eclipse map. I think this is the one they showed off in the sneaks, no? Or in the trailer. Let's just place our farms down. Boom, boom, boom. Put down Gogeta. He should deal with early game just fine. And I want to prioritize upgrading these bad boys before I do anything else. Although, why is Gogeta doing no damage? Uh-oh. Let me check the stage info real quick. Okay, well, I know the Berserk units get a stage buff. That's nothing new. Jin Mori gets a stage buff? Okay. Is there, like, something I didn't know about Jin Mori? I mean, I'm not complaining. I'll place him down. Boom, boom. Escanor can solo things pretty easily. I'm going to hold off on using him just yet. And unfortunately, our Okaroon will have to take a back seat because these guys are spawning in with a lot of health. More health than this poor guy can handle. So, yeah, man, I'm sorry. Place you right here. Keep hitting them. I really like Jinmori. He's also a very fun unit to use, especially once you get his clones up and running. Although I don't think it's one of those units that you can really get the most out of in these 15-wave game modes. Just because it's kind of short, you know, it's not long enough to give him a chance to really shine. He's good for portals. Oh, crap. This guy has 450,000 health. Well, that's a little worrisome, isn't it? I think it's time we place the Kaguya somewhere. I'll just put it right here for now. I still think we can keep greeting, though. I think we can get away with upgrading more farms for now. Also, how much damage is Kaguya doing? Ooh, 7k. Ooh. Yeah, it appears my units are a little bit nerfed in this stage, huh? That's fine. I'm not worried. Once I get all my farms upgraded, it's time to bring out the big guns. The big boys. That's going to be Escanor. Unfortunately, he's only doing 30k on placement, which is not as much as I'd like him to do. Oh, I'm stupid. Guys. The reason that our units aren't as strong as they could be is because traits aren't on for this, bro. Silly me. Would you believe me if I told you this was the first EX stage that I've done in the entirety of Anime Vanguards? I really don't think that's a crazy thing to say. I didn't touch EX stages when they first came out back in the Guilty Gear update. I saw that and I just mentally checked out. So this will be my first time actually doing an EX stage, and I did not know that traits weren't enabled. And here I was wondering what type of sick modifiers were on that didn't let me use my traits, but no, it's just that's just how it is. Thankfully, Gogeta has a teleport, so I'll put him right here for the extra damage. Dude, I am so used to playing with Monarch on these guys that I completely forgot their damage numbers without Monarch. In fact, Escanor, I didn't even use him without Monarch. I immediately started rolling until I got Monarch on him, but lots of health from these guys. I'm pretty sure Escanor can still deal with all this just fine. He really is my main damage dealer here, so I'm hoping all is good. We also have the nuke in case things go south. And one of his passives that I really love, let me look at it real quick. Okay, what? Oh, I have my auto clicker on, oopsies. One of his passives that I absolutely love, where is it? If an enemy leaves this unit's range, this unit will inflict that enemy with burn for 100% of this unit's damage for 5 seconds. I absolutely love that. Because it basically means any unit that manages to escape him right here is basically going to take another full hit of damage, even if they're out of range. Which 99.9% of the time is enough to finish off whatever you're fighting. I think the only case where Escanor will ever fall off in terms of damage is infinite mode. I am very strongly sure that literally any other game mode possible, he's fine. He is completely fine. And Monkey King, the Jinmori. I'm not going to be worried about upgrading him. I'm just going to sell him if I'm being honest. I don't plan on upgrading him anytime soon anyway. Kaguya's chilling. So is the Gogeta. There's Cruel Rain. That's his only multi-hit move, if I remember correctly. So what are my first impressions, first thoughts of the update? Looks fine. Looks pretty fun so far. The EX stages are harder than the normal ones. That's kind of like a grass is green type of observation, though. I'm sure you didn't need me to tell you that. The units, I'm super duper hyped for the units. I just got into reading Berserk, and I hear that there's a lot of very dark things that happen in the manga, so we'll see how things go. They're all teleporting over here now, which I'm not super worried about. Can I sell my farm since it's 50? Ooh, I can. I don't know if I want to do that just yet. I'm going to pop this nuke once I have as much enemies in the radius as possible, but I will start selling my farms because there's no point in keeping them up anymore. Looks like that's the max Escanor is going to go to. And this guy has 2 million health, which, depending on how close he gets away from Escanor, I might have to pop that. Which I'm fine with, because these are just normal enemies. I'm not worried about these guys. Do we just pop the nuke right now? I think we have to. Yeah, we definitely have to. I don't even know if that's going to be enough to beat him, though. How much damage is that dealing? Not enough. Oh, definitely not enough. Okay. Well, that's not good. Well, this is actually not good. Guys, I am not liking this. Uh-oh. And I don't know if these two are gonna... No, they're not gonna deal enough damage. Do I sell? Is this worth? Oh my god, I might have to. Oh my god. I don't know if that's enough. That's not gonna be enough. Well, guys, I will attempt this later. But for now, you know, I'm gonna end the video off here for my first impressions. There's definitely a better way to beat this EX stage. This is just my first time around, so... Your boy did not know the strap. I'll see y'all later. I'm not going to guarantee an upload tomorrow, but I'll definitely upload later. So have a great day night wherever you are. Stay tuned for more content, and we'll catch you in the next one.
I can't beat the EX stage? Who decided that?
Yeah, guys, I found out what the issue. After my crushing defeat, I went to go talk to some of the testers, or like the dudes who were good at the game. And I asked them, hey, I lost with Escanor. What the heck, man? What gives? I thought he was the best. And they were like, did you burn every unit on your team so you could place them on wave 1 and have a max by the last round? And I was like, nah, I was farming because I thought that'd be better. And they were like, yep, that's your problem. And they were right. It appears a strategy is to literally just burn your entire team, place Escanor in the back, and you beat the entirety of the EX stage extremely easily. In fact, I had to do nothing. You don't even have to use abilities. Actually, I used one ability, so maybe you have to use abilities, but... Still, this is like easiest stage of my life. I just place him in the back, let him upgrade himself, and he just destroys everything in its vicinity. Didn't even need to pop the nuke. I'm gonna pop the nuke just for fun.
Who decided that?
Look at that. That's not even gonna hit anything either. I'm just doing it for fun. But that is the EX stage completed. Thankfully, I was able to complete it. I was worried that I was gonna struggle, but there it is. Boom, boom, boom. We're done. Nice, nice, nice. Gonna go, you know, grind out all the units, get the secrets and whatnot. Probably won't do a video on that, though. But, yeah, that's my first impression of the update. Looks pretty good. I'll give a full opinionated video later. Later. So now we're done for sure.